Let us continue from the previous problem. Previous problem a fast recall. We had to check whether the problem is a standard problem. Yes, check whether it's a balanced and minimized problem. Yes, balanced or minimized problem. Then there are two stages in transportation problem, where first stage discusses to find the initial basic feasible solution, and the second stage goes for finding the optimality. So finding the initial basic feasible solution is the first stage, and stage 2 is to check the optimality, whether the given solution is optimal. Yes, we'll do it. Stage 1 we are discussing northwest corner rule method, LCM method and VAMS method. I have written the few steps for your easy understanding what we did in the earlier video. Allocate the northwest corner and repeat the steps. Allocate the least cost, repeat the steps. And we have the VAM method, where you will find the difference between the least and the next least for each and every row and column. Please, you should not forget this. And allocate in the row or column with highest difference, that is the highest penalty, having least value. And just repeat all these steps. Okay, repeat all these steps. So after doing this, we had to go for stage 2 with respect to checking for optimality. Before continuing to check the optimality, you had to make a check whether the problem is a degenerable problem, whether the problem is a degenerable or non-degenerable problem. Okay. If we have a non-degenerable problem, then it's simple. You can proceed the problem with the subsequent steps to check the optimality. Okay. What I mean by non-degenerable is the number of allocations you have made should be m plus n minus 1. M is the number of rows, n number of columns, minus 1. It should be m plus n minus 1. If it is not m plus n minus 1, if it is less than that, then the problem is not degenerable. You call this as degenerable problem, not a degenerable problem. Degenerable problem. Non-degenerable, it should be of this condition. If this is less than n, number of allocation is less than m plus n minus 1, you will call it as a degenerable problem. You call it as a degenerable problem. Right? Here, after checking this, you have to go for the subsequent steps. I have written the steps. While doing the problem, I will explain it to you one by one. And I have a structure also here. I will explain why I am having the circles here. Okay, I will explain that while coming here. Okay. So from the continuation of the first problem, I am just still in the first problem only, and we have found this allocation using the VAMS method. I have found this using the VAMS method. In the earlier video we have done that. So it's just a continuation of the same problem. Stage 2 okay, stage 2, which is checking for optimality, right? Checking for optimality. So using the VAM method, we have got this allocation. You can refer the earlier video of how we got this allocation. So we have got this allocation. No need to have the stocks and requirements. Hereafter is not necessary. We are just checking the optimality. So I have not taken the stocks and requirements. Okay. So I have this assignment, that is allocation of cost. I have to check whether this is non-degenerable, which means number of allocation is equal to m plus n minus 1. Okay. M is number of rows. So m is equal to 3. N is number of columns. So n is equal to 4. Am I right? Right. And you have to go for m plus n minus 1, which is 3 plus 4, 7 minus 1. 6 number of allocations irukkan check pannu. 6 number of allocations irukna, you can proceed for the further steps. Illana, you cannot proceed. Okay. So you have to check for 6 number of allocations. If you check here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 number of allocations are there. No issues, you can proceed. Why there is a check here? Why there is a check here? In case there are less number of allocations, that is not 6 exactly, it should be exact. See, it is equal. It should be exact. If not equal, if it is less than, then we cannot go for doing the subsequent steps. See, we are going to find a new cost called as UI, VJs, and இதெல்லாம் find பண்ண முடியாத மாதிரி போய்டும். So இதெல்லாம் find பண்ணனும்னா எனக்கு number of allocations should be exactly m plus n minus 1, right? So I have the number of allocations equal to 6. Exact number of allocations in the table. So this problem is now a non-degenerable problem, which means that you can proceed further for checking the optimality. Is it okay? Further checking for optimality. For convenience sake, I have taken the allocations, not the allocation. I need not want the allocation. I am just checking whether I have allocated in the cell is optimal. So, in the cells allocation irukku anga mattum note pannirken. Please check here. I have 2, the cost is 2 and the allocation 6. See, I have written here. So this one I have written here, right? In the same first row, you don't get yourself confused. Row edukalam, column edukalam, there is no hard and fast rule. Edho one edukala avladhan. Here it is made. See here. Say I have written this one, right? So I will make a tick just to confirm I have just written everything there. Here in the second row, allocation is made for 3. Yes, I have taken the 3 here. So I make a tick here for just confidence sake. I have 4 allocation, that is allocated for the cost 4. Yes, I have noted here. Yes. For the third row, 1 which is with respect to this cell. Yes, right. And the last cell 2. Yes, right. So what we are going to do here is step 1. I am going to find UIs and VJs. UV nu poduvolla, UV nu poduvolla. Adana UI VJ na U1 U2 U3 nu solradhu. U and all with respect to rows, V and all with respect to columns. So inga vandu nama UIs and inga vandu VJ nu poda porom. UI and VJ, right? UI and VJ. So we are having many number of UIs and VJs. Nala UIs and VJs from occupied cells. See, these are the cells occupied. How to find the values of UI and VJ here for each and every row and column? How to find the value? Okay, so we are going to find the value. This is very simple. Inga vandu nama enna logic use pandrona, when we talk about cost, that cost should not be negative. You agree with me? Nama inga CIJ பேசுறோம்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க, which is nothing but cost. Dummy cost னு ஒன்னு பேச போறோம். Okay, dummy cost னு ஒன்னு பேச போறோம். அத பத்தி தான் இத பேச போறோம் இப்போ. Whenever we talk about cost, it should not be negative. See, cost negative ஆ இருக்க முடியாது. Okay, zero. We're not talking about penalty, right? Cost cannot be negative. So we cannot have zero value. So either it can be greater than 0 or equal to 0. So no cost or cost is positive. We cannot talk about negative cost. And the simple logic தான் check பண்ண போறோம். Is it okay? Probably you may say 4 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. வரவே வராதுல்ல, அதுதான் சொல்ல போறோம். Okay, we cannot have negative value. So we're going to check this one only. So first step here is we have to find UIs and VJs from the occupied cells. UIs and VJs from the occupied cells. Right, fine. So we have UIs to be written here and VJs to be written here. The first step here is take any one 0. Ena nammaloda assumption dana, take any one 0. Probably we have this value as 0. In the value 0 edukalama, UI 0. Okay. And understand that the values here 1 2 இந்த allocate பண்ணிருக்கோம் இல்லையா, அந்த allocated cost வந்து என்ன வேல்யூனா UI plus VJ னு அர்த்தம். இந்த occupied cellsல இருக்க வேல்யூ வந்து UI plus VJ ஆ allocate பண்ணிருக்கதா we assume. Okay. So if it is 0, if this is taken as 0 here, here I have 1. So what value should be here so that it will get 1? Try to understand. I have 0 here. Okay. This is now to be taken as UI plus VJ. Okay, enna vadukona UI plus VJ adukonu. I am assuming, this is my assumption here, I am assuming this is 0, this U1, this is what you call as U1 illa, first row odanda U1, this is 0. Appo idu 0 na idu ennama irundha 1 varum, 1, right? Inga 1 ah irundha idu add panna 1 varuma. So this is how I have to check. So I have to take 0, I have to take 1 so that I'll get 1 here, right? மிச்சம் எல்லாமே 0 அசியூம் பண்ணோம்னா இல்ல, ஒண்ணே ஒண்ணு தான் 0 அசியூம் பண்ணோம். ஓகே, with the help of this one I had to go for other allocations. எல்லாம் இங்க 0 இருக்கு, இங்க 2 இருக்கு, இங்க நோட் பண்ணலாம். So here it is 0 plus what value will give you 2? Obviously this value should be 2. அப்ப 2 plus 0 will be 2. Is it okay? 2 plus 0 will be 2. This is how we can do it. With the help of this value I can find this one. Is it okay? I can find for this one. So this value could be found out. 1 plus 1 will give you 2. So this value should be 1. With the help of this value, I can take this value's help so that I can find this value. This value should be 0. Okay, it can come any value, need not worry. So 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay, please check here. There is one simple logic behind. We are going to say that the cost cannot be negative. Okay, while you come at the end of the problem, you will understand it's a very simple logic we are doing here. அதான் இந்த UI and VJ பண்ணுறோம். இந்த UI and VJ நீங்கள் எது வேணாலும் 0 அசியூம் பண்ணுங்க. என்ன லாஜிக்கில் நம்ம இங்கே எடுக்கிறோம் 0 பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, எங்கே நிறைய allocations இருக்கு வந்து அங்கே தான் எடுப்போம். ஸோ இந்த subsequent problem will find a few cases where we will go for many number of allocations in one single row, அதை எடுப்போம். இப்போ இங்கே எல்லாத்துலேயும் வந்து 2 இருக்கனால ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. எங்கே நம்பர் ஆஃப் allocations அதிகமாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா அங்கே எடுத்தால் it will be easy for me. So I started here and I finished till here. I have to find these two values. Yes, obviously I have 0 here. If I take 3 here, okay, 3 plus 0 is 3, so yes, done. I have 3 here. What value should be taken here so that I get 4? 3 irukku. Enna value edutha 4 varum? 1. Is it right? 3 plus 1 is 4. Yes. I have found here all the uys and vj's. See, 0, 3, 1, 2, 0, 1, 1. I have found all the uys and vj's. My first step is find uys and vj's from occupied cells. Please focus on this word occupied cells, which means that எங்க நீங்க வந்து allocate பண்ணிருக்கீங்களோ அதுதான் occupied cells. You have to find your answer, or you have to find the uys and vj's from here only. Is it okay? Please make yourself clear. Let me go for the second step. You are asked to find the uys and vj's for the unoccupied cells now. See, with the help of occupied cells, you have find the uys and vj's. Okay. Sorry, I'll make a small correction here. Not find uys and vj's. Find ui plus vj. Okay, we have found ui and vj from the occupied cells. Now find ui plus vj for unoccupied cells. Please make a note here. Ui plus vj for unoccupied cells. Which are the unoccupied cells? This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. These are the unoccupied cells. You have to find ui plus vj. Already we have ui plus vj, right? Add these values and put it in the columns. Put it in the respective cells. So I have ui plus vj with respect to this one. Let me go order in row. Here I have to find, here it is 0, here it is 0, so this is 0 directly. Okay, 0 varlam madam, varlam. Nama final value da paaka porom, right? So this is 0 plus 0, 0. Here 1 plus 0, so 1, right? 1 plus 0, 1. For this one, 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3, 5, right? For this one, 1 plus 3, 4, right? For this one, 2 plus 1, 3, right? And this one, 1 plus 1, 2. So we have found step 2, ui plus vj for the unoccupied cells, Now this goes for the important step, step 3. Here you're going to find dij. This is what you call as a dummy value. And again, regarding the cost, dummy value dij, which is equal to Cij minus ui plus vj. This is nothing but original cost. Cij is original cost. Ui plus vj is what we have found here. Cij is the original cost, which means that you have to take from the original table, right? Original table. And ui plus vj, what we have found here. This is the table we have used for finding ui plus vj, right? And this table is, we are going to use it for dij, where dij is nothing but Cij minus ui plus vj. That's what I'm having the structure here for you to get it easily. One table where I have circled this column, there is no, just I'm giving a structure. This dij where I will be finding out as Cij minus ui plus vj. Okay, so I have the circles here. The circles are enna panna pora? These circles are the unoccupied circles. Paranga, find dij from the unoccupied circles. These are the circles unoccupied. In the unoccupied circles, I'm going to find my dij values, which is nothing but Cij minus ui plus vj, right? So for the dij is equal to Cij minus ui plus vj. Cij is minus ui plus vj. Okay, I get the Cij value from the original table and ui plus vj from this table. Okay, so let me go for this cell A1 B2. I have to get this value Cij, which is nothing but 3. Okay, 3 minus ui plus vj. So we have found here 0. Okay, which is positive. You need not have the value. We're just going to check whether it's positive or negative. Okay, so positive. நீங்க எழுதுனா கூட equal to 3 னு போட்டு எழுதலாம். Okay, so just positive, right? If we go here for the next cell, this is unoccupied cell, next cell. 5 is the original cost. Cij is 5 minus B3, Vui plus Vj is 1. So the value is 4. Again, this is positive. No issues till now. Next unoccupied cell in the second row, original cost is 7, yes 7 minus the value which I found out in the earlier table for ui plus vj is 5. So the value here is 2, yes it's positive, no issues then. Here, next one, my original cost for this cell is 6, yes 6 minus this value 4 ui plus vj which is equal to 2, again positive, no issues till now. For this column, last row, I have the original value as 4, so let me have 4 minus 3, yes it's 1, again positive, right. Let me go for the final unoccupied cell. The original cell here says the value is 7 minus here it is 2, yes 5 is positive, all the values are positive. Again we are saying that cost, this is nothing but dummy cost, okay. This cost is positive here in all the cases, okay. After finding the dij's, we have to check the values, okay. Let me erase it so that you will get the full clarity over the wordings I have done here, the steps I have written. After finding the dij's, check for the value, that is check for the nature of all the dij's, not one single value, all the dij's. So all the dij's should satisfy this one. The value can be greater than 0, equal to 0 or less than 0, okay. The dij value eppadi irukkalamna, obviously numbers then, greater than 0, equal to 0 or less than 0, right. So greater than 0 means dij greater than 0 na, the solution is optimal and unique, which means that this is the only solution available with respect to optimality. Is it okay? If we say it's equal to 0, okay, this is equal to 0, this is less than 0, okay, you can make a note. If it is greater than 0, if all the dij's are greater than 0, the solution is optimal and unique. If it's equal to 0, if I get in this table, in this unoccupied cells, if I get any value equal to 0, then you call this as not unique, the solution is not unique, but optimal, which means that you go for any other alternate solution. So alternate solution will be existing, alternate solution exists, right, alternate solution exists. If anyone happens to be less than 0, yes, not optimal, go for step 4. See, first step, second step, third step is over, go for step 4. Okay, here if you find here, I have positive, 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 beautifully positive. So all the values are greater than 0, you have to check all the values are greater than 0. So the solution here is unique and optimal, and unique. And you will remember that the total cost obtained using the VAMS method is rupees 86, and we find that the allocation is an optimal allocation, and this is the minimum cost which is optimal, which in the sense, because this is not equal to 0, not even one single value is equal to 0, there exists no alternate solution, okay, there exists no alternate solution. Equal to a 0 on the alternate solution exists, we have all the values greater than 0. If it is less than 0, not optimal. See, what is the stage 2 here? Optimality check pananu. In the mind greater than 0 or equal to 0 vandichuna, we can stop the problem. Our answer is done. 86 is the answer. If it is less than 0, it's not optimal. I have to follow with the other steps, step 4, and have to continue. Okay. In this problem, it's quite simple. We got all the values positive, so we shall end the problem here. Probably in the next problem, the subsequent problems, we have to check in case it is not optimal. We have to go to step 4, right? Check one. We have one more problem. And here itself, before going for the steps, we have to check whether this problem is a non-degenerable problem. In case degenerable problem, so we will go on discussion with the further subsequent problems on